Do you want to master Rengar in Wild Rift? Do you want Rengar's best build in Wild Rift? Then you are at right place. It's your guide KBS, who will be guiding you the whole video on how to master Rengar in Wild Rift. So, Rengar is an assassin diver that excels at picking targets in the enemy jungle, and due to his assassin diver kit, he is good at dueling and split pushing as well. So, first we will look at his skills, then we will look at his pros and cons and all. So, his passive is Unseen Predator. While in brush, Rengar leaps at his target with his basic attack. Leaping while at no ferocity generates ferocity. At max ferocity, his next ability is Empowered. Casting an empowered ability increases Rengar's movement speed for a few seconds. Killing enemy champions awards trophies on Rengar's Bonetooth necklace, granting bonus attack damage. Next is his first skill. Savagery. Rengar's next attack brutally stabs his target for bonus damage. Ferocity effect. Deals increased damage and grants attack speed. Battle Roar. Rengar lets out a battle roar, damaging enemies and healing for some of the recent damage he has taken. Ferocity effect. Additionally breaks crowd control effects. If ultimate used he gained more damage. His third skill it was Strike. Rengar throws a bola, slowing the first target hit for a short duration. Ferocity effect. Roots the target. If under ultimate he deals more damage and roots the enemy. And now his ultimate Thrill of the Hunt. Rengar's predatory instincts take over, camouflaging him and revealing the nearest enemy champion in a large radius around him. During Thrill of the Hunt, Rengar gains movement speed, and he can leap to the tracked enemy without being in brush, reducing their armor. So this was all his skills. Now this is his ability order. You obviously want to level up your ult Thrill of the Hunt whenever you can. Then you want to max out Savagery, because it is the main source of DMG in Rengar's kit. Then you want to max out Battle Roar second, because it lowers the cooldown by a lot, which makes it easier to get your EMP abilities, and it's your main source of sustain. Then you want to max out Bola Strike last because it offers the lowest number of advantages to Rengar compared to the other basic abilities Savagery and Bola Strike. Now let's look at his strengths and weakness before knowing the builds. Strengths. He is the public enemy number 1 for any squishy carry in the game. He can practically one-shot them with 1 or 2 items and can tilt someone hard enough to win the game easily. He can use his passive with his Savagery to kill unsuspecting enemy junglers and carries in their jungle. He can also lane gank with his ultimate Thrill of the Hunt and passive. His dueling power early on is really strong, especially if he is top lane and has access to the lane brushes. He can initiate a snowball this way, which can easily allow him to win games. Weaknesses. He needs to power farm early on to get his level 6. Without his ultimate Thrill of the Hunt, he can't really gank effectively as a jungler. Misuse of his Battle Roar can get him killed during team fights. This is because it is his main form of CC cleanse, and without that, he is really squishy. Vulnerable to silences and other CC abilities which can stop him in his tracks. If the enemy team manages to set him back early on, he won't be able to do much the entire game. Now, we begin with summoner spells. First is Flash, great synergy with Rengar kit plus a free escape, and great way of chasing kills. Next is Smite. Smite is an obvious choice for the jungle. Now, for runes you can take Electrocute, which basic attacks and abilities generate stacks on enemy champions hit, up to 1 per attack or cast. Applying 3 stacks to a target within a 3-second period causes them to be struck by lightning, dealing them 3184, based on level, plus 40% bonus AD, plus 25% AP, adaptive damage. Next you need to take Brutal, which helps to gain 7 AD and 2% armor penetration, or 14 AP and 2% magic penetration. Next you can either take Hunter Titan, if enemy has a lot of CC, or take Spirit Walker, if the enemies has a lot of slows. And then you can take Mastermind, if you want to push aggressively, which deal 10% bonus true damage to epic monsters and turrets. Earn an extra 100 gold and 500 XP upon taking or assisting in taking epic monsters and turrets objectives. Or you can take Hunter Genius. Now we will look at the builds. First you need to take Yamyu's Ghostblade, which is moving builds momentum, granting a max of 50 move speed at 100 stacks. Attacks expend all momentum. Momentum decays while movement is impaired. Next you need to take Black Cleaver, which is dealing physical damage to a champion, reduces their armor by 4% for 6 seconds, stacking 6 times for 24% reduction. Next for boot you can take Aeonian Boots of Lucidity, then take Aeonian Proto Belt. Next is Duskblade of Drakthar. Being unseen for 1 second causes your next attack against a champion to deal 20 to 125 bonus physical damage and slows them by 99% for 0.25 seconds. Buff lasts for 5 seconds and ranged attacks do not slow. Now you can either take this before Black Cleaver also. Next you need to take Death Stance, which in Cauterize, 30% of damage taken is instead dealt as a bleed effect over 3 seconds. And for last you need Mortal Reminder. Rengar tips and tricks. Invade the enemy jungler and look to take away their camps or fight them. Use the bushes to aid in your assassination invasion attempt. During the mid-game, try and take out targets with your ultimate Thrill of the Hunt that are away from their team or isolated. Catching someone out before a major team fight or objective spawns is a great way of getting an advantage. Skirmish heavily in the early game to assert dominance and gain a lead over the enemy jungler. Rengar early game. Focus on farming and hitting level 5 as quickly as you can. You need to hit level 5 as fast as possible to increase your ganking potential. Your ultimate Thrill of the Hunt is an incredibly strong tool. Whenever it is up, try to use it to help your allies and get kills. Try to secure objectives with your team. If you can, try to keep it warded at all times if you're not in a position to take it yourself. In mid-game, continue to pick up and secure jungle camps whenever possible. Not falling behind in the mid-game is crucial as a jungler, so make sure you continue to farm. As you're a jungler, you need to try and secure every Drake during the mid-game. Getting them and securing the Dragon Soul for your team will increase your chances of winning the game. Look for picks with your team. If you can pick someone off, make the call for Baron or Dragon to further your lead. After going in with your ultimate Thrill of the Hunt, be prepared to fall back and peel for your allies in late-game team fights. Look for picks in the later stages of the game. If you can pick someone off, you should be able to rotate to the Baron or Elder Dragon. Keep a constant eye on which major objective is spawning next. Do not split push or go on the opposite side of the map when a major objective is up or about to spawn. Let's look at his synergy. Galio. Rengar likes to play around CC mages because it enables him to deal more damage while avoid damage himself. Skirmishing with a Galio works best with Conqueror. Next is Janna. Janna has a lot of movement speed, so a good Janna player will pressure the map extremely well. She can join you in every fight you take. She's great at peeling teammates and gives you extra AD for the duration of the Eye of the Storm. Works with both playstyles since she can also shield you before you go in with Assassin Rengar.